So have you ever been thinking about if you are videotaping something, like you want to tell a story, how to make it dynamic, vibrant, and flexible, full of interesting stuff, people are going to like it? Well, today I'm going to share you some tips and skills where you can apply to video taking, video editing, simple but really useful, that can bring your video to a kind of level that make it really a interesting story and engaging ones. So yeah, let's look into it. Hey guys, Chris here. How's everything going? So last week I went to this video capturing workshop which happens on the campus and take a short course about how to do interview with a mobile phone. So the mobile phone is a kind of camera everyone is using. We are using every day. So it's a very useful tool how to do a interview video, capturing someone telling a story with the mobile phone, and also do all the post-production editing on the phone. So pretty much the aim is to use 10-20 minutes to do the interview and another 20 minutes to do the editing, where you can get all your video ready from your phone. So you're not using the super fancy editing softwares on the computer, or have to plug this, plug that. That's the goal of doing that workshop. And I figured out the ideas, the core idea coming out from the workshop is really useful. So it seems simple, you're just using the phone, and apply those ideas and these techniques on top of that. All of a sudden, this kind of simple mobile phone video footage just become vibrant and really interesting. So how's that being done? So it starts with you using a phone to capture someone talking about his story, his work, in this kind of way, you are looking at me talking right now. So it's like a baseline, but everyone has been using about it. But if you want to add some more flexibility or new creative stuff to that, and then eye contact to become the first play. So the regularly, what you're having with me now is I'm looking into the camera and you feel like I am giving the talk, and at the same time having this eye contact with the viewers. So that's one way. The other one is when you're giving the interview, you think about if the person is making eye contact with you instead of the camera. So it means holding the camera to the side to capture the person, but the person is not looking at the camera, is looking at you. It will be feel assuming someone is filming me right now, but standing to the side. And if I'm looking that way, you were seeing, I'm not looking at the camera, but I'm talking to the person, and the camera is capturing me from the side. So you got this kind of idea. Give you the viewers kind of feel it's not one-to-one, face-to-face talking, but rather the viewer is on the side, looking at the entire scene, looking at the interview, the third person view. So this is the two eye contact methods you can play with, switch back and forth. The example you are looking right now is when I was trying that interview thing with my friend Jason. So I was switching between the camera to the front, he looking to the camera, and the camera to the side, where he look at me, the camera capture from the other way. You see this change of configuration, and later on you're going to see the sample, how these two things come to play together. So that's the first thing. The second coming play is about structure. It's doing an interview, right? So the baseline of the story is that you have this person's narrative that is the backbone of everything. He's a key person, talks about anything, talk about a story, what the work could do. But what would they think next is to add some extra stuff, because otherwise your video will be this guy talking in front of a camera for 10-20 minutes. It kind of will getting boring, that the viewers will lose interest very fast, and you don't want that kind of thing to happen. So you want to add on some other stuff to compensate, to supplement to the talking, the narrative. So if you look at the picture now, you will see in this actual video taking, you always have this narrative as the part, and this kind of visual as the other part. So you may have heard of this term, B-roll, coming from TV or film industry. It's about when the camera is not capturing the key person talking, but capturing other stuff which related to the talking and works as kind of visual story. So when you have the interview story ready as a baseline, you lay it out on a time-based thing. It's the backbone of your interview. What you do next is to add on your visuals on top of the narratives as an overlay. Then it will kind of give an idea what it looks like is the one keeps talking on the background. So the voice part is also there, but your viewers are now looking at other visual things to work as a supplemental part. It makes your storyline more dynamic and more vivid because they're going to see not only the presentation or the narration part, but also other visual part as a supplementary to like bring up the entire contents of the story. So now with these two plays coming together, you got a storyline with abundant content to add on and play with. So here you're looking at some backstage shots when I was used the interviewing with Jason. So part of that is like we play with these kind of things. And that VR headset put on shot especially gives quite a good transition from interviewee to VR, like to connect the two video part together. So at last, when the narration and the visual parts are ready, you got all of the footages on your mobile phone. You got just using one of these quick editing apps like the iMovie on iOS, which can help to connect all the footage and other things together. If you want to play, add on music, voiceover, transition, then it could be add on some other colorful stuff. And all together, you got your interview movie ready. I hope it kind of gives you an idea like what kind of the simple techniques you can apply to bring your interview or capturing video to a more interesting and dynamic level. And you can just grab one of your friends to test it out. It just requires a phone to find a place and do the interview and keep it training it for a time, and you will get much more better feeling about it. Hope you guys will enjoy it and have fun.